Hello everyone, and here's another speed build. Today we are actually working on a recreation of Mimi's house for um, the Sims Bustin Out on the consoles. I always really loved playing that game. I love the story aspect, and it's just one that I keep going to play because it's really fun. So I decided to recreate her house because I'm actually setting it up so I can bring her into my Sim safe. I had Cassandra Goth marry Malcolm Landgrab, and they're going to have two kids. So they're going to have Mimi, and then also her brother Dudley is going to be in the game. So I will also be recreating his trailer in the game. For Mimi's house, I actually so the floor plan is the same, and I kind of kept the same color schemes, but I did add in like my own little flair to give the build kind of more character than it has in the games, because the one thing that is really hard with like the older console games for the Sims, um, you had like they made like these very spacious rooms, and like there was always so little furniture in them, and like you couldn't really add a whole lot more into what they already had because they had the stupid fire code thing. And so it was really hard to kind of make the original houses look good. So like you would throw on some different paint, maybe get like different looking furniture to actually make it look good. And so I went ahead and just done my upgrades myself, and thank the Lord, no fire codes in here. So I was able to kind of downsize the house from what it was and give more furniture and better looking furniture for her. Here in the backyard, I added in a pond, and in the game, she only has like a little hot tub in her little backyard. I didn't add that in here. I instead gave a grill and a table. Um, don't know why. I just thought it fit a little more. So here we are, still messing with the outside. I think I had to move my house back to make the front work because I wanted to put bushes out for like a fencing up front. Um, and then I put bushes all around the back just to kind of like snazz it up a little so it's not so like plain like it is in the regular one. Because like in the Sims Bustin' Out, like the decor for outside was like these really like sad looking bushes. Like the coloring was kind of bad in them, so like it kind of like looked like in the middle it would look like it was like dead, and then you had like kind of like green stuff like around the middle. Like it was like really bad looking plants. I also threw in some of like the hanging ivy, or like the hanging plant, the wall plant on the side. I just really fell in love with putting the greenery on the top, um, like the walls of the houses on the outside, because I think it looks really good. Um, but so I put that there, and now we're going into the house. The color scheme of her house is really girly and pink. But like in the game, if you look at the inside of the house and then you look at her, she's got kind of like this rocker rebel vibe, but like inside of her house is like just it's really frilly and girly, and she has a few house plants, and she also has the easel. I ended up putting a computer in here for her because I foresee her being like, oh look, I hit the wrong button. What? Damn it, I hate when that happens. But I foresee her like being like this like social media star and always updating her social media pages, and like going out to parties and just talking it up on the town, because that's kind of how she was in the console versions in both The Sims and The Sims Bustin' Out. She was always leaving and going out to parties. She like always had all these people to meet. She's also kind of a slob, despite how like pretty and pink her house looks. Um, so I thought it would just be fun to like really recreate this house and like create this vibe for this. I think kind of the problem I was having is just kind of some of like the sizing of things. because the guest room that she had was kind of small in the original one too, if I remember correctly, or a little bit bigger. But like if I winded it out, it like take all my proportions off, and it would just look weird. Um, and I don't have unicorn pictures, sadly, that I could like put in her room and stuff. Um, so I just kind of like for decorations, I just kind of like put random stuff in. Um, in Mimi's room, I also put like a vanity table because I think she would be using it a lot. I foresee her being like one that would like wear a lot of makeup and stuff. In the kitchen, she had like in the Sims Bustin' Out, you have like this big. It looks like a chef stove, but like it's a stove made to like only make hors d'oeuvres, like really fancy party snacks. But we don't have that, so I just went ahead and put two stoves in because that hors d'oeuvres stove was on the other wall where like the fridge and stuff was, and then I think she also had two stoves in her house. Like I don't know why you need that many cooking stoves when she never did anything herself. Like I was always the one doing the cooking because she didn't want to skill build. Like she was so against doing everything. She wanted my sim to do everything. Like that's just like her personality. And I was like, why does this girl who doesn't want to like do anything for herself, like not even cook for herself, like have all these stoves? Like it didn't make sense. But whatever. So I think we're nearing the end of this build now. I'm just putting some random decorations in to kind of fill the walls. That's something I couldn't do in the console versions because I didn't have enough space. Stupid firewall. Um, but yeah, so we're getting into the near the end of the build now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next up, I will be doing Dudley's trailer, um, which will be a faster build because he's kind of a minimalistic kind of guy. You'll see. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next build. Bye bye. Did you guys see like how at the end of the video, like I'm staring at the back of the house, like something is off, like my OCD senses were tingling, and I was like, what the hell is like what is off? And then I finally realized just like the roof was like one tile back.